Alright, so to summarize everything, part of the reason I was upgrading this computer was so that I would have more USB 3.0, because I need a lot of them. And this USB 3.0 PCIe card adds 2 at the back, and it adds a 19-pin header. So I had this USB 3.1 Gen 1 multi-card reader plugged in, and I had the computer set up, everything was good to go. I was installing my Steam games, all my drivers, everything was up to date, it was good. So I figured I would try out the card reader, plug in my CF card, and the second I do that, the Windows Explorer thing opens up with, hey, you plug something in, and then the whole computer just froze. I didn't get a blue screen of death, I didn't get a black screen of death. The whole computer just froze on that screen, the mouse, nothing worked. And the USB computer speakers I had plugged in to the back, and plugged in, they were kind of making a buzzing, hissing sound that just didn't sound good. So I knew that the computer had crashed in kind of a weird way, so I killed the power. So far I know that the power supply is good. I'm pretty sure it is, at least. I tested it with a voltmeter, jumped the 24 pin, and tested the different voltages, and all that stuff was fine. I plugged it into my old build to make sure it still worked, and everything booted up fine. I booted off of a USB with no problem. So now I have a SATA power cable plugged in, just so I'm powering the SSD that's behind the motherboard. The SSD is plugged into the first SATA connector. I have 1 stick of RAM installed, and it is in the second slot where it should be for 1 stick of RAM. The 24 pin is all the way in, and it is jumped with this green jumper on the 15th and 16th pin. The 8-pin power supply is plugged in, and so when I flip the switch, the computer should start, basically. Oh wow, nothing. Okay, well, before at least it was starting and the fans would spin up, but now I'm not getting anything, which is weird, because with that, maybe I just twitched that. I'm trying to... There we go. Okay, so I must have knocked that loose a little bit, but at any rate, the fans will spin up. I do have a speaker plugged in down here, so we should have heard a system beep when everything booted. Did not hear that. The screen is still black. And we'll just give it another minute and make sure nothing else happens. But it'll just sit here like this. It won't keep tripping the power supply like it had been before, but it won't actually boot or do anything, and the keyboard and mouse do not work at all. Normally you would see an LED so that the showing that the mouse is plugged in and on, but nothing. And the display mouse and keyboard are plugged in. So I guess the next step is really to get a new motherboard. I don't know what to do beyond that. I don't know if I can return. I'm definitely going to return this, but I don't think they're going to cover the cost of fixing anything. This is a new motherboard, but it's been sitting in a box for a while, so I think I'm out of luck there on getting any kind of refund or RMA on that. So I think I'm just kind of out of luck. So if anybody has any ideas, I'd love to hear them. Thanks.